Today's session is transferring scanned files to a shared folder on a network. There are three things that we need before we start this process. One is a valid network login, including user ID and password, server name or IP address of the device we're saving files to, and the folder that we're saving these files should already be created on the server. All right, so not sure if you understand what we are going to do using the scan interface with image access scanners, transfer and SMB share. What we're doing is creating these items right here. So instead of saving to USB, we're going to save to these. We can create these folders, these save locations on the network. In case you're wondering what SMB means, it is a server message block and is a network communication protocol providing shared access to files between nodes on a network. And so a node in this case would be the image access scanner and the drive on the network. All right, so we're all used to this interface on the network. What we're going to do is type in we'll create a new tab and type in the IP address for the scanner. And we're going to go to a setup device. And we're going to log in as power user. The user, and I'm already logged in as power user. As you probably know, the user ID is power user and the password is also power user. Both one word, both with a capital P. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the base settings category and we're going to click templates. And here's SMB share. We're going to click that. And we're going to get so once we log into SMB configuration, we'll take one of the default configurations, or we can duplicate something that's already created and click duplicate. You can see that it created a copy of what we created, and we'll go to setup. First three we'll leave it as default. The server authentication will say yes, and we'll log in to the network. Remember, the scanner has to log into a network just like a regular printer or whatever other device. Now what we're going to do is type in the IP address where we want to save it. In this case, it's a server on the network. Users, Mike. And once we type in our user ID and password, we set where we want to save it, and we want to test our configuration. Successful. All right, so now we're ready to go. Now, here's the name, so we'll just type in save to Mike's directory. And visibility, we'll say public. And let's go back. So now we look at the SMB configuration, and this is the one we created. It's public, and we're ready to use it. Notice the rest of these are disabled. They're not shown. These four are public, and they are shown. So let's jump over to the scanning application. And here we have. And since we created a new device, let's go ahead and refresh the screen. and hit the transfer button, SMB share, and now remember there were 4 of them that were public. This is the one we just created. All right, so let's go ahead and scan a document. I already have a document in the scanner, and there we go, we saved it. And if we want to transfer, we just save it. If we wanted to save it someplace else, maybe in Bill's folder, that's how you do it. If you wanted to scan a few documents, and we'll use that same document that we're scanning. Oh, I need to load the paper in the scanner. And so we scanned it. There's only one document in there. And given what we have, I want to rewind that, okay? And we'll scan it a couple more times just to demonstrate how we can change a template once we get it created on the setup side. Okay, remember I changed the output to rewind. Scan now. And scan now. See, now I don't have to go and load the paper again. What if we wanted to make that into a part of the template? I do need to be logged in as power user on the scan wizard and click Save Template. And I'll need to say, type in the template name to I believe that's what we called it. Okay, so now when we pick a template, scan to Mike's directory. So now if we scan again, it'll rewind it and I can scan a couple more times. And then when I'm ready to save it, it's there. That's all there is to it.